We can easily use PHP MyAdmin to insert data into our database tables. Sometimes this may be necessary for testing, debugging, or to confirm the correct syntax for an SQL statement, so we really need to know how to use it. Open PHP MyAdmin, make sure you're at the top level by clicking Server Localhost, then click the Databases tab and select our project database, Alpha CRM. Notice the list of tables, T-Company and T-Person, that we created in a previous lesson, and also notice that we can choose to look at the structure of the table. We can choose to insert rows into the table, and we can choose to drop the table or delete it completely. For now, click the Insert button. MySQL provides a form to enter the values for fields in new records. Don't worry about the function column at this stage. This provides a means to apply functions to the field values. Notice also the form reminds us if each field value was set to allow null values. We could change this on the fly if we wish to, but that's really not a good idea. In fact, this facility really is at the raw interface of the database and requires the user to know what they're doing. There's no error checking, so it could lead to data integrity errors. That's why we aim to do the same thing with PHP, so we can have full control over what data is actually sent to the database and prevent errors and integrity problems. In the value column, we enter the field values. Recall that we declared the ID field in this table to be auto-increment, so we don't need to enter a value for that field. We could start with the prename, but for this first company I'm going to enter, I'll start with name. I'm going to enter TMIT. For the registration type, limited. For the street address of our company. For the postcode of our company. And for country, UK. For my second company, I'm going to enter the pre-word the, THE, PyCompany for the name of the company, and just UK for the country. Click Go to save these records, and notice that an SQL script for this action is displayed. Have a brief look at this and notice the format, starting with the words insert into, the table name, a list of fields, field names, and the values for the two records that we inserted. Also notice that the Browse button for T-Company has now appeared live because we've actually got records in the company. It tells us two records. Click the Browse button and we get a tabular list of the two records we've entered, the PyCompany and TMIT. For now, check all of these by clicking Check All. We could have simply clicked the check buttons at the left-hand side of the rows and delete these rows, again noticing the SQL statement to delete the rows, and confirm yes, we'll delete them. We don't want them there because we're going to create these rows again using PHP. Let's just summarize. Rows are added to the database using the SQL insert construct, starting with the keywords insert into, followed by the table name. Then there's a comma-separated list of the field names we want to enter into the rows. Field A, comma, field B, comma, field C, with no comma after the final field name. That comma-separated list is enclosed in parentheses. Then we list the values that we're going to put into those fields. There has to be a one-to-one correspondence between field name and value. So if you have 14 field names in this list, you need 14 values in this list. And we simply put in the values, comma separated again, for each field name in the previous list. So value 1 enclosed in single quotes, comma, value 2 enclosed in single quotes, comma, value 3, no comma, end parenthesis. We can extend this to inserting multiple rows, like we did in the PHP MyAdmin script earlier. Again, insert into table name, a comma-separated list of field names, the keyword values, and then the comma-separated list of values for the first record we wish to insert, comma, a comma-separated list of values for the second record we wish to insert, comma, and finally a comma-separated list of values for the final record we wish to insert. Clearly, we can insert as many rows as we like using this format. Now we'll try to do all of this using PHP.